transitions then to something literal.
Right. Now, a Hebrew Israelite apologist, if he were here, would say, no, that's sort of a latent memory or something like that, that we knew we were these people or something like that. That's how they would spin it.
So the slave population in the South, they were having a latent memory of something that was much older.
Not that they knew, but they sort of knew, okay. Kind of, like that kind of thing, and that's why these songs come out. It's like, that kind of thing. But you can sort of see the transition go from metaphorical to literal. One of the first...
Wait, doesn't the scripture say that you will be a law unto yourself? Unlike you Christians, the Lord died on the cross. Now you can eat pork, have sex with a man, and wear a dress. A man can literally wear a dress, have sex with another man, and eat pork, and everything is fine. Right? But we're saying, according to these songs and way things going, but the Lord said you should be a law unto yourself. Matter of fact, it says Romans 2:9, tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil. Right? So you putting us into cargo slave ships, beating us, raping us, murdering us, killing us, moving the old borders, which that's a sin in itself, right? Moving the ancient marks, landmarks, right? Putting Gad onto reservations, so you move the old landmarks. Just in that's sin. So that's not evil. Of the Jews first, and also to the Gentiles. So when it comes down to it, what? You put us into subjection, you beat us, but guess what? You Gentiles are next. You regular Gentiles are next, man. Right? Now this goes into the Israelite foreigners. But if you want to just straight up say, "Oh, that's Gentile. Let's put ourselves in that." Okay, just because it says Gentile. Okay, well, you have to be punished for doing evil. You know what I'm saying? But glory and honor and peace to every man that worketh good. Right? So, faith without works is dead, and works without faith is dead, either which way. To the Jew first, also to the Gentile, right? Which is actually talking about, the Israelite foreigners. But let's pretend that, you're like how you like to do. For there is no respecter of persons with God. Okay. So when have you came all the way correct? When have you had good works? Right? Your thing is to take men who's already doing good and try to convert them back to plantation Christianity. That's not good works. That's not in the Bible. Right? If you constantly try to come against someone and they don't want, the Lord said, shake the dust off your feet and go about your business and leave it alone. But no, you're trying to make mockery, and you're basically trying to demonize us, right? Right? You're the accuser, so you must be the devil, right? So, there is no respect of persons with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, or God, like you like to say. For as many as have sinned without the law also perisheth without the law. Right? So you think that's a good thing, right? But according to you, without the law, a man can have sex with another man, wear a dress, and eat pork. And also, as many have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. Right? Because you're going to be judged by the law regardless. What do you think the Lord is coming back for? When he comes back to judge the world, how do you think he's going to judge it? If there's no rules by and way he's to judge the world, how can he judge the world without any laws? The laws are done away with. How can he judge the world without laws? Doesn't make sense. Right? For not the hearers of the law are justified by God or Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, or power. Yeah, because you hear it, just because you heard the law, like it tells you in James, be not just hearers only, but be what? Doers also. Right? Because if you just heard the law, how could it justify you if you're not a doer of it? So, but the doers of the law shall be wait a minute, cut it out. But the doers of the law shall be justified. But you can't tell that to a Gentile who says that he's a Christian, who the laws are done away with, right? For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law. So dude was chopping the wood. He had a vision and seen and thought and the feeling that God was speaking to him and said, look, you as the so-called black people, you are the true children of Israel. Right? Because it tells you to meditate on the Lord day and night. So that tells you that he was meditating on the Lord. Right? So, though he was so caught in his Gentile state of mind, right? As a, basically in his Gentile state of mind, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, right? Those have not the law are a law unto themselves, right? And it doesn't mean you can go do what you want to do and you're above the law. What this is saying is, when you were in the world as an Israelite, Gentile, or in your Gentile state of mind, not a regular Gentile, there were things you would do by nature, by natural, by being an Israelite. That's how he knew. By chopping the wood, he knew he was an Israelite. They probably fed everybody else to slops, but he was probably like Daniel, where Daniel was like, nah, I can't eat the king's meat. Give me some Pope. And this guy was probably like that. Nah, I don't want to eat that. Just give me the Pope. And while he's out there chopping, that's when the Lord gave him the vision. You can't give him that credit, but someone could just pop up in 1940 whatever, go in there and destroy and kill people to get into that land, right? And then say that they're the children of God. I mean, and there's war and pestilence ever since they've been in that land. When the Bible says the true children, when they get in that land, there's not going to be war. It's not going to be learning of war. It's not going to be pestilence. It's going to be no germs, diseases, none of that stuff going on. Yeah, so this is Baruch 5, 1 through 9 in the CEB. It says, take off the mourning clothes and oppression, right? Which slavery is oppression, right? Jerusalem. Oh, wait, the whole world. Somebody, anybody, anywhere. You could just say you're a Christian, say you believe in Jesus Christ, eat pork, put on a dress, and have sex with a man. Anybody, just anybody. No, Jerusalem. Dress yourselves in the dainty of Yahweh's glory forever. For Jerusalem, man. Wrap the justice that come from Yahweh around yourself like a robe. Place the eternal one's glory on your head like a crown, right? Which is talking about thinking about the Lord, meditating. Dude's probably chopping, meditating on the Lord, right? Thinking about the scriptures, thinking about the Lord, you know. And Yahweh, God, or whatever you want to call it, Jehovah, whatever, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it, will show you your brilliance everywhere. Ooh, 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 ooh. So the Lord will show you your brilliance, right? So ain't that him thinking, oh, wow, the Lord gave him the understanding, oh, we're the Israelites. That's brilliance, right? You know? Coming from and everywhere, because when you think about every genre of music, because the Lord, like I said before, they said that the Israelites are the salt of the earth, right? Where every genre of music came from the so-called black man. Country, rhythm, blues, jazz, rock and roll, rap that you so-called like so much, which you can't do, right? All this comes from Israel. So in everything, showing his brilliance in everything. You know the cotton gin? A so-called black man made that. The stoplight, the elevator, the car, the headlights on the car, the seats with the seat belts made from a so-called black man. And everything, and your brilliance everywhere. Right? The shoe conveyor. You know, you make more than one shoe at one time. The shoe conveyor was made from a so-called black man. The air condition that everybody uses every day, so-called black man created that. I will show you your brilliance everywhere. Come on. Under heaven. Ain't that happening right now? To this very day. You jump in your car that was created by a so-called black man. Right? Oh, matter of fact, the medicine. All the medicine is from Henrietta Lacks. They stole her genes and her immune system or whatever. They took all these things from her, and every medicine is created actually from her initial genes. So anytime you took medicine, you took antibiotics, that all comes from Henrietta Lacks, come from so-called black people. So is that not our brilliance everywhere? Under heaven? Yahweh, God, the power, what you call Yahweh, will give you this name by, what name? The name of Israel. By which to be called forever. Who? Yasha, right? The peace that cometh from justice, the honor that come from reverence for Yahweh. Oh, wait, he was reverence Yahweh. Right when he was chopping that wood, he was reverenced the Lord, and it came to his mind. The brilliance of of knowing who he is, and then it's going to be seen everywhere, right? Give up Jerusalem, stand on the high place, and look around to the east, right? Where's the temple at? To the east, and see children gathered from the, where we at? Where's the children gathered at? In the west. Children gathered from the west to the east by the holy word. What are we going out every weekend doing? Prophesied the downfall of this kingdom, of this world. But of the holy, by the holy word, by the holy one word, as they rejoice that Yahweh has remembered them. Right? Because the so-called Jewish person says that he knows that he's Jewish all the way back to Moses, and he said he got the receipts to prove it. He got the tablets to prove it, that it go all the way back to Moses. Yeah, engines of our ingenuity, black inventors, right? By John H. Linhart. Says, today, a look at black Americans, which really are Israelites, right? Inventors before the Civil War, the University of Houston's College of Engineering presents this season about the machines that make our civilization run. These are things that make the civilization run. The life that you live, vocab, it makes your life run. And the people who engineering created them. It says, but technological invented Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin, right? And everybody's wearing shirts that has cotton, right? And then cotton is basically what really basically gave America its start, which is cotton, right? In 1793. And then, it goes on to say that because he did that, even after the Civil War, after a lot of people died, it allowed the slave population to grow to 4 million, right? It says, I'm just going to skip down to right here because this is the important part. It says the great grand irony of all this is that the person who provided Whitney with the key idea for his cotton gin was himself a slave, right? And like I said, I see these pictures. It looks like a Edomite or something, and and then like the whole thing of it saying he patented, because back in those days, really only white people can patent things, and because it was illegal to read and all that other stuff. So I don't know why they said patented or whatever, or if they allowed him to patent it, maybe because he looked at white or something. I don't know. But it's saying he patented, but he's the one who created it, and it's saying he the one who had the idea. So let's keep going with the key idea for his cotton gin was himself a slave, right? So-called black man, known to us only by the name Sam. Sam's father solved the critical problem of removing seeds from cotton by developing a kind of comb to do the job. Whitney's, right? Eli Whitney, who created this, or maybe it was his father, simply mechanized this comb, right? So you took the idea of a comb and used it as the idea of having a thing go through the thing and comb through the field, through the cotton field. But then it was able to also separate the seeds from the cotton. A thing that greatly impacts your life, vocab. So-called black man. You know, the Lord said that his brilliance shall be seen, right? And everywhere, right? Here's another one, vocab. Frederick McClellan Jones, right? This is something you can't live without, right? Because you live in Arizona. This is something you do. The magnificency, the brilliance that you could see everywhere, that the Most High said under heaven, especially for you, vocab, being that you live in Arizona, you cannot live in Arizona without an AC. And Frederick McClellan Jones created the AC, right? It says, although Williams Carrier is largely credited with inventing the modern air conditioner, what Frederick Jones, McClellan Jones, but they just gave Frederick Jones, an African American, which really is a Judite or Benjaminite or a Levite, but at the end of the day, the Israelite, invented the first portable air conditioner, the first ever. So that's something you can't live without. It's AC. So the original idea of air conditioning came from a so-called black man, which is really an Israelite, something you can't live without, vocab. So the Lord is showing his brilliance, his excellency throughout the whole earth under heaven, right? Yeah. So, and we could just keep going with all these Israelite inventors that declare the brilliance or the excellency of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Look at that. We just keep going, man. Stuff that's used every day. Matter of fact, this guy right here, he did the shoe conveyor, right? Don't you put shoes on your feet? Change to manufacturing. I'm gonna say what it said, what he did. He invented an automatic method for lacing shoes and making the mass production of an affordable shoe possible in 1883. Don't you wear shoes? Ain't that the Lord excellency? that you do, that you every day, on a daily basis under heaven. Showing forth the brilliance, you know? This one's my favorite vocab. Henrietta Lacks, the mother of modern medicine. How did cells taken? They stole it from her. They just took it. They ain't pay her. They still won't pay her children. You're talking trillions of dollars they owe her family, and they will not give it. You mean you tell me that you people are not the devil? From a poor black woman, right? She's poor already. You just gonna take it and make trillions and trillions of dollars? You don't want to give a cent to their children, to her children, or her great-great-grandchildren, right? Yeah, Slovakia for that. But in 1951, came to unlock some of the biggest advances in science. The biggest advantages in science through them stealing her cells. Here it is. Lax's cells double every 20 to 24 hours. Today, these incredible cells, named HeLa cells, from the first two letters of her name and her last name. Oh, Henrietta and then Lax, HeLa. Yeah. Right? Used to study the effects of toxins, drugs, hormones, viruses on the growth of cancer cells without experimenting on humans. Right? This is from a black woman who you're offended that she's an Israelite. But it says that the Israelites are the salt of the earth. And the Lord said that their brilliance shall be seen everywhere. Now, everybody is taking medicine, right? Every medicine that's out, damn near every medicine out there, they use her cells to come up with a way to come up with efficient medicine for everybody to use. Came from her cells. And that would be the brilliance of the Lord, showing his brilliancy throughout the whole world, all under heaven, everywhere you can go. The whole world benefits off of this. Some poor black woman way in America, the whole world has used at one point in time some medicine that's used from her cells. This is Washington Post. The Laxus, a black American, will meet with WHO, right, the World Health Organization, Director General Tedros Adhanom, whatever he said that name, in Switzerland, right? Right. But let's get to this thing. It says, dealing with this is Henrietta Lacks cells. Her cells, which have been reproduced billions of times for medical research, were used in developments of the polio vaccine, right? It's from a so-called black woman. Medications for what? HIV, AIDS, breakthroughs for in vitro, right? Can't see because the WHO, right, the World Health Organization, also note that the cells are currently used in the vital research of the 19, right? So everybody, the world, through an Israelite woman, right? The salt of the earth, man. Yeah, call Loyum Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To you, sister, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband or your spiritual leader in silence and have come back to the fold. Shalom. Yeah, and death to America.